Okay, I made the final pass without you. And so now we're going to part this off. And I'm just squaring the cutter up to the end of the work. Okay. Put it there. Ears, because sometimes this squeals. And got it out of gear. Hand feed it. Alrighty. Got quite a pile of swarf going on down there. Okay. There's a little ridge there that we'll turn off later, so I'm going to make sure that I chuck it up deep enough that I'm not chucking it on that little ridge. And then we'll face the end, center mark it, and then we're going to drill halfway through both sides, 1/4 inch. Okay. Okay, just in case I want to use this end, and I don't think I will, but I'm going to go ahead and face it neatly like that. I don't know if that gives you a good view or not. Finishes, I can get the life center out of the tailstock. And we're using a center drill. truck. All right, pretty. Oop, sorry. I'll move you over here. And yep, you can see what I'm doing here. So center drill, and the chuck, and give us some room to work. Maybe you can see that. Put my finger in here so I can see. Yeah, it's got this tiny viewfinder. I can hardly see what you see. Okay, that's locked, that's tight, that's tight. We're marking this, we're ready. I should turn it down a little lower speed. I'll turn it down to a slower speed for drilling. Well, I wanted to go out deer hunting tonight, but it's 110 degrees outside. It's just too hot. You got venison at grocery outlet. Okay. That's good for that. Change the speed. The original belt tension, now that's too much tension on this speed. So I got a homemade, whoop, let me show you. I got a homemade knurled tension knob here. The original installation was a screw with a screwdriver slot and a lock nut. And I lock nutted this knurled knob together. So this just finger adjusts. I mean, it never comes loose on its own, so I don't know why it needed a lock nut, but I used the lock nut to lock the knurled knob in place. Works great. Okay, so now we're done with that. We need the 1/4 inch drill. Oh, it's out. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to go halfway through both sides. Probably not necessary to do that, but I want to make sure that they line up, that both sides are in the middle. Oops. Start feeling resistance, so back it up and oil it. Clean the swarf out. I think in the CNC world they call that pecking. Okay, so after this, I'm going to flip it around, drill the other side, then flip it around again, part off 1 inch of this end. That's going to get turned down, neck down, so it fits inside the moderator as an end cap. My plan is to glue it in. I'm not going to try to thread it. I had thought about machining a glue lock groove, but I don't think it'll be necessary. It would be interesting though if the end cap got launched. Depends on how tight a fit I can make it. If it's a nice tight fit, I've got this special Loctite. And if it's not a really tight fit, I'll use epoxy. Maybe JB Weld. But I bet 5 minute, 30-minute epoxy would be just fine. Drilling the larger diameter will go a lot faster. The initial, whatever requires the point of the drill bit to do the cutting takes longest. You're using more the outer edges of the point of the cutter drill bit to do the cutting. It goes a lot faster. But when the entire point of the drill bit has to do the work, it takes a while. Alright, I think we'll flip it around here. Oh, I could have taken it out of gear. Run a little quieter. Okay. Warm. Just a tad. Oh, ow. Hot. That's a little warm. I do have gloves, but it wasn't that hot. See how that part cut really quick because it had a pre-started hole from the center drill. using the outer edges of the point to do the cutting. And you guys into crypto? I like X. I only got $1,500 in it. Well, $1,500 when it was at 3.5, maybe 4 cents. But now it's up to 5 cents. I'm up about $350 from that. When it was at 6 cents, I was at like 2,200. When you buy in, it's an asset for pennies. The value goes up fast as it goes up. Some of the experts think it could go to $30 by 2025. If it does, that'll be $1.2 million. I'm not holding my breath. It ought to go to $1 or $2 anyway. I think $1 make me about 30 grand on 1,500. Goes to $2. It's twice that. I wish I could afford to buy more, but we may not be out of the bottom of the bear market yet. So this next month, I may buy a few $100s more if the price is still low and if I make some money. If any of you need a website or web hosting, that's what I do for my living. Been doing it since the earliest days of the internet. I'm a real pro in that space, but I don't know how to find the kind of client that could pay a real pro. So I get the small business. Pays my bills. Lets me play in the shop. I do not make these things here, what you're watching me make, for money. I mean, what could I make for a little moderator like this? 50, 80 bucks maybe, tops? 100? Hardly worth it. But actually, I'm going to make 2 of these. Maybe I'll sell one of them. Not so much for the money, but help somebody else out that wants to do this project, because I think this is going to be super cool. A longer air cylinder. I don't know if I said it earlier. What I'm doing is I put the 25, 30 caliber length air cylinder on the 22 gun, which comes with a shorter air cylinder. And I'm putting a lane regulator in it. Doing away with the factory regulator. And so that meant the air cylinder is longer than the barrel shroud. So I'm doing this more for aesthetics than anything, just to extend the shroud out past the end of the air cylinder to make it look normal. But I can't wait to see what kind of shot count I get. My purpose of this build, this is a FX Dreamline. I always want to say Dreamweaver from the web world. But my purpose on this build was 22 caliber, so I could shoot, and I wanted a modest power, 26 foot-pounds, so it'll shoot the inexpensive Crosman Premier hollow point ammo. It's what, like 12 bucks for 500 of them. And I want a big shot count with cheap ammo. So I go out there and shoot all day when I go hunting, because the opportunity to actually shooting at game is really rare, and I miss my days of break barrel hunting, where I'd go out with a tin of 200 pellets and shoot all day. Let's see, I'm gonna choke up here on the tailstock. Should be just about through. Well, it's binding up a little bit. Don't want to break the drill bit. No sense pushing it. Come on, it's got to be just about there. Well, certainly removing material. Guess I could have gone a little bit deeper on the other side, huh? There we go. Alright, next I want to just run extended drill bit through. Probably for no good reason. Just clean it out. Alright, now I'm going to flip it around and part off a piece for the end cap. Making a good pile of everything that's not a moderator, huh? Okay, that's a little warm. Ow! I could put gloves on. Oh, we need an inch. Okay, let's see, what's the temperature in here? 92 degrees in the shop. I had an air conditioner, but an old lady neighbor whose landlord wouldn't replace the air conditioner in her apartment, so I gave her the one that was in the shop because it was really inadequate for the shop anyway. But I can't afford to get a bigger one, so she's nice and cool. But I'm out here sweating. It's alright. Think all the money people spend to get a good sweat on at the gym and a spa. I get to do it for free, having fun playing with toys. Alrighty. Now I'm going to have to put my head in the way here. So loosen that up, run the cross slide in. Oh, got a little burr there. There. Okay, gonna run this in. Put it up flat. Oops, a little too much. There we go, like that. Tighten it up. Back it up. Let me get it over here. 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 Bada bing. Ears in case it squeals. Stand by on the volume, right? Okay, looks like you can see it. We are out of gear. Hand feed in. We're parting off the correct end. Maybe I'll catch it. Do the right knob. Good catch. Alrighty, now we're going to flip it around again. Let's brush the parting tool off, get it put away, and the next tool we're going to be using is, we're going to do 29/64 drill all the way through, which is the tap drill size for 1/2-20. Okay, we're going to avoid that burr. That'll go away later, but right now we can just chuck it like that. And yep, think about this. This is going to get drilled all the way through 29/64. There we go, 29/64, got it. And double check, get the tap ready. 1/2-20 tap, 29/64. Double triple check. 29/64. Okay, here we go. And this does go all the way through. The next drills we cannot go all the way through. We'll have threads on the end. Okay, so we're out of gear, medium speed, and we are drilling. Uh-oh. Spinner. We got us a spinner. Got a little more oil. Kerosene. Ah. We're batting 1,000 here. Maybe I should have stepped it up. I should have gone to 1/2 inch. It's not a very thick piece of swarf though. Hold on, I want to choke up on this. There we go again. So the advantage of drill bits have the flats on the. There we go. Started out with a fresh brush. Brush is looking wasted already. I should have cranked down on it, on the chuck. Oh, we got another chance. That'd be just about through. Oops, wrong chuck handle. Focus, grasshopper. I see it. Ouch, that's pretty warm. I see it trying to stint. Oh, there we go. Nice. Alright. So next, tap it. Okay, get this put away. Okay, tap. And the Tapomatic. And then I like to use a hole transfer punch. One of these little slightly pointy things to engage the back of the tap. Let's see, let's get this out of the way, like that. Slide this up into place, engage the hole in the back of the tap. Yep, looks like you can see that. Get some lubrication on there. Everything's, oh, put it in back gear. Everything's easier with a little lubrication. I guess the lubrication of life is money and good health. Well, and it helps to have the love of a beautiful woman. I guess I don't have that part right now. There are some ladies in my life. But not in that capacity. Well, I think maybe one of them. Probably just doesn't love me enough to live with me. Alright, boy, I'm sweating. Uh-oh, got a little blinding going on there. So, the going back and forth there is to put the chips into the gullets. I don't know the proper term for it, but the valleys in the tap. Oh, we can do away with the center rod now. That's in there enough. So let's get this out of the way. Put this away. Get the apron out of the way. Well, frankly, I don't think my house is really big enough to attract a woman to want to live with me anyway. But it's just right for me. And if my hex coin pays off, I'll buy a mansion. Now, 1.2 million, I get $750,000 after paying off the government. And then that'll be enough to pay off my house. Maybe I owe $130,000 on the house. Buy a small airplane, let's say I get a decent one for 30 grand. And yeah, it's not a wealthy man, but I'd be a happy camper. Alright, I'm going to have to get a piece of paper towel for the The sweat is pouring off of me. What's our temperature now? Yeah, 92. Maybe I'll skip the gym today. I lost 5 pounds in water. Well, see, I got challenges. I'm not sure anybody would want to live with a 16-foot long, 7-foot high library dominating the living room. And then my house does look like a hunting and fly fishing cabin with my artwork, dead things hanging on the wall. Alright, I don't need to go super deep. We only need 1/4 inch of threads to engage the thing on the end of the factory shroud. I think we've probably got enough already. Oh yeah, that looks great. Of course, the first bit of this isn't clean threads because it's a taper tap. My library is, very little of it is fiction. It's math, material sciences, natural sciences. Got a section on art, architecture, music, poetry. That's deep enough. And a big section on Freemasonry. I'm a Mason. And another big section on philosophy. The real philosophy, not like Keats, American philosophy. I'm talking about perennial philosophy, about self-realization, enlightenment, how to wake up to who we really are. That's my favorite subject. I thought about doing something on YouTube on that subject, but there's quite a number of enlightened sages that are doing a great job of it, and I'd rather watch them than try to probably not even come close to their capability at talking about it myself. Okay, so I need to take a cool down break and hydrate, but where we're at next is flip that round and open up the hole, so I'll be back.